All right, happy Tuesday. Today is, I believe, Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. What day is it? So, happy Tuesday and welcome everybody to my live stream. So, as you're joining, as always, please comment, share, and react on this live stream. Why it is important? Because on LinkedIn we network with each other. In LinkedIn we're expanding network and we connect with the right people. Also, you don't know who is watching. You don't know who is watching. People sometimes don't comment, but they read the comments. And if you are the right person for them to connect, or maybe they might have the right opportunity for you, then they might actually connect with you. So I highly encourage everybody connect and react on this live stream as well. So little pro tip for my people who would like to network and would like to expand ways where to find people. So reactions is one of the places where your potential connections might hide. So when you click on reaction list, you can see the names of the people who reacted and you see their like tagline or headline, what they do, and you might want to connect with them as well. So many people miss it, and I think this is a missed opportunity for us to connect and network with each other. So like I said, connect, share, and comment on live stream. More importantly, comment. So today we're going to talk about how to really navigate this job market. And today we're going to talk about applying for jobs online. What I think about it, this is very controversial topic. I know some recruiters will be kind of angry with me maybe, so but we'll see about that. But like my job is to like really tell you the truth. So it is like really there's not one opinion, there's not one size that fits all, but I will share with you what I think about applying for jobs online. So before I really break it down to you, if you look at my LinkedIn profile, so you probably see about 7 or 8 jobs listed over there. So only jobs that I listed there. So out of those jobs that I listed on LinkedIn, I only got one of the jobs through applying online. Let me say it again. Out of all of my jobs, out of all my positions that I ever had in tech, I only got one of them that I have on my LinkedIn profile through the application online. And mind you, that was before the market downturn, before the recession. It was before we were experiencing like really unusual time in tech. That was a good time in tech. That was the time when you apply for jobs and like in theory you will get a job, but in practicality we're going to break it down. So applying for jobs online, just applying for jobs online, it is not money making activity. It is not career making activity. This is not a good use of your time. I understand when you don't have a job, when you are on the market, and this is kind of what we were trained by society to do. Like, I don't have a job, I need to apply for as many jobs as I possibly can. First of all, why it's not a good idea to apply for many jobs, for majority of jobs online. And by the way, later on, I will break it down how to do it correctly. Okay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't apply for jobs online, period. There, you have to have strategy. So bear with me. So, but let's break it down why applying for jobs online is not a good use of your time. First of all, many of you do not tailor your resume in the right way so it will match the job description. So, in other words, you are shooting your shot and your resume is way off or just off that job description that is available on the job side. So when you applying for that job, so you're not gonna get it because your resume is not matching to that job description, right? This is number one. Number two, um, hey Ben, like how? Thank you for stopping by for on my live stream. So like today we're gonna talk about applying for jobs online. All right, like great job on commenting. And by the way, if you're joining me, just like Ben did, comment on my live stream because you don't know who is watching. You don't know who is watching. So like I highly encourage you to react, share, comment and react. Like that's the main thing how you can stand out, especially through the comments. And if you're watching on replay, just drop a replay because people read comments. So for like people do not tailor their resume in the right way so they like match the job description. And after and also when you get in the routine of applying for many jobs online, at some point it will get exhausting. It is exhausting because you gotta apply for a job online, and then majority of the time you will be redirected on the website, and on the website you have to fill out the information that you already submitted in your resume, so you have to duplicate your effort. And one online job application might take you like 10-15 minutes if not longer, with like, and there are certain ats, there are certain sites that like will have you go through a very complex process, so not very user friendly process as well. And so you spend all of that time where you could have networked with right people, establishing connections, asking for referrals, stuff like that. You spend all of that time for applying just for a job online, right? So another reason, especially now, there are a lot of applicants, right? We know the tech market right now is going through a turbulent times, and I think I don't quote me on that, but I heard that Meta is doing another layoff. Don't quote me on that. I have not done my research yet. This is something that I heard, and I'm just telling you what I heard. But so far, we had, I think, about 1,068, sorry, 168,000 people laid off so far. So I don't know how many of them are engineers, but imagine. So right now, recruiters are being flooded and overwhelmed with the amount of applicants that they have to go through. And also, that's why right now, and it's extremely easy to get lost in the pile, even if your resume is really good, even if you tailor your resume very well. It's gonna be challenging to get through the crowd unless you are super duper qualified for that job, and somehow majority of the applicants are not qualified. By the way, let me just tell you straight, a lot of jobs, or a lot of people who apply for jobs are not qualified. So if you see on LinkedIn that there are like 200 applicants for the job, so don't be discouraged. Do not be discouraged, because out of those 200 people who apply online, you don't know how many people qualify, because there are many people who just apply anyway, even though they're not qualified. Because I have like I talk to people who love certain companies, and they will apply for that companies for any role they see, literally for any role they see, whether or not they're qualified. So Michael said lay off a tap, no doubt. Yes, absolutely, Michael. Yeah, thank you so much for showing up on the show. So, uh, so a lot of applicants out there. So that's why applying for jobs online and it's not career making activity and it's not making many activity right now and wherever really ever like because I stopped applying for jobs a long time ago, like because it didn't work out for me. So, but what do you do instead? So, applying for jobs, it's not a good use of your time. What do you do instead? You develop your strategy, and what is your strategy? Your strategy. So, my framework, the way I see the career. Framework in general. It's build, lead, and prosper. So you build your expertise, you build your network, and you build your brand. You build your presence, so people see you. It was it was relevant before the market got really crazy and is especially relevant right now because guess what majority of software developers are not doing, they're not putting themselves out there, they're not creating content. When I say put yourself out there, let me translate it for you. Put out content. And when we talk about content, like there should be like content strategy. Content strategy is super important, but put out content, post on LinkedIn, post on Twitter, relevant to your specialty. Build your network, build your brand, your personal brand. I am dead serious because this is how people recognize you. This is how people like when they see your face in a comment, when they see your name in a comment, they're like, this is Michael, this is Ben, this is Eugene, this is Marion, this is this. Like they know you immediately just by looking at your profile picture. Like, oh, like he's a backend developer, he's a full stack developer, he's an iOS developer, oh, like he's a project manager, or he's a technical recruiter. Like right away, they don't have to look at your profile because they like you constantly show up in their feed and they look at your profile before. And your personal brand, like if you're not sure what personal brand is, your personal brand is what people think of you when you are not in the room. Somebody missed it. Let me say it again. A personal brand is what people think and say about you when you're not in the room. What people know you for. Like either like you're like I said, you might be a backend developer, you might be a full stack developer, you might be a project manager, you might be whoever. So this is how people know you. So building strong online presence and creating content, and it's must have, and you should have clear content creation strategy because you can only create hello world so many times. You can only put out their videos with the crud application. I forgot what it means. I forgot how it like exactly translates, but basically you take input from the user and you process the data from the user and you display that information on your application or website or a mobile application, whatever it can be. So you can only post so many projects, but content strategy is important. Now, number two, network. Let me say it again, network. This is why I encourage everybody comment on my live stream. This is why I encourage, even when you are watching it on replay, say replay, comment, like, share, so people know you. So people know you. Yeah, create, update, delete. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Like that's why I have Ben in the house. So because Ben got me. Yes, exactly. Cred. Yes. Like so many people create like the same type of content like when they create that type of application. But like it's at some point like it's interesting, you put yourself out there. Yes, it's necessary content, you should do it, but it's not the only content that you're posting. So I want to talk about content strategy in a different live stream. So Networking is important. Networking is important. Build your network. You don't want to connect with just anybody and everybody. You want to connect with, like, there are three main group of people that you want to connect: your peers, people who do the same job that you do, have the same title that you do, maybe have a little bit more senior title that you do. Then and kind of radiates a little bit. You want to connect with a variety of developers. So, like, let's say I'm a mobile developer, I'm an iOS developer. Do I want to connect with Android developers? Absolutely, because sometimes there are Android developers, there are iOS developers as well, and I would like to know what my fellow iOS developers do as well. Web developers, absolutely. So you wanna get to know, and you wanna create tech community. So, like, your peers, people, like your first circle is people who do your job that you do and have the same title that you do, and then it kind of radiates, like, people who are very close to your specialty, people who are not so close to your specialty but kind of in the same realm, and general software developers. Then the second group of people that you want to connect with are technical recruiters. Technical recruiters, no matter if they're hiring or not, they might be hiring. You don't know, you never know when they will be hiring, because they will be hiring at some point. I just got a call from a recruiter just today. I'm not on the market, but I just got a call from a recruiter just today. So, technical recruiters is another layer of your network. And when you network, you send a message. When you network, you send a network request with a message while you are networking with them. So, the third group of people that you want to connect are hiring managers and executives. So they may or may not accept your request. Don't be like, don't hurt, don't feel uh, don't leave with the hurt feelings, because they may or may not accept your request. And they may or may not connect with you, but, like, you should connect with them and you should network with them. I will be putting together team plans, how to request network connections with each of those groups. And I will just create a form where you can sign up for those bad boys, and I will just email it to you. Okay. So I really don't have enough time to break it down each template individually, but at some point, I will create a form. I will post a link in it all over my social media, and you just sign up for that, and I will just email it to you. Boom. So those three people: your peers, technical recruiters, hiring managers, relevant to your industry, you might sprinkle around with different people that kind of close to tech industry, because you want to have diverse opinions. You kind of want to have a little bit diverse network, but your focus in on your specialty, who you want to work for. Also, number three, Number three, personal brand is what people think of you when you're not in the room. Thanks, Eugene. Thank you, Rashad. Thank you, Rashad. Thank you for contributing. So, number three, bucket list. I understand the tech is crazy right now. I understand if you've been laid off right now, you just need a job. Okay. I hear you. I feel your pain deeply. However, you don't want just a job. You don't want just a job. This is why I recommend everybody start creating your bucket list of the companies that you want to work for. So do your research. You know the companies that you know, trust, and love. You know the companies that you want to work for. Create a list of those companies that you want to work for, and start working on that list. Start going down the list. And how you work your bucket list of the companies that you want to work for. You connect with your peers who work there, you connect with technical recruiters who work there, and you connect with hiring managers who work there. One thing that I want to point out: do not, under any circumstances, send a request. Hello, so and so, I'm looking for a job. Do you have any jobs for me? Hey, so and so, do you have any openings at your company? Do not do that. You want to provide value like before you receive anything. Give, like job, right hook, Gary V, amazing book. You want to provide value. You want to establish natural connection. You want to start a conversation because imagine you are meeting that person in real life. In real life, if you in your right mind, you will never come to a person like, hey, give me a job. Do you have any jobs available? At hello, you will never do that, right? In person. Why in the world would you do that online on LinkedIn or anywhere else, right? You wouldn't do that. So establish genuine connection and then lead into that. Hey, I'm really into your company. I really like what your company does. And also you can survey, you can ask your network, how do you like working at the company? What do you like about that company? Maybe the company that is on your bucket list, maybe it sucks because like you've never worked there, you don't know how they are. But connecting with your peers may actually turn things around. Give me 1 second, I need to take a sip of water. Connecting with your peers might actually make the whole difference, and you might find out if you want to work for that company or not. So provide value, and as always, connect on live stream, connect with each other, and see who is working there. Also look at their Glassdoor reviews. Glassdoor reviews are super helpful. I research them when I look for a job. I research interview questions there. I research what people say, what people like, what people don't like about it, and it's also your interview questions for them. And if a company has a large amount of negative reviews, you can address that during your interview and say, hey, on the Glassdoor, you have this. Why? Because I worked at one company that had a ton of bad reviews because that company in the past had a problem with the culture. However, my experience was different because even though I've seen those things happening, they turn things around. And I really like how they turn things around. So even though there are a lot of bad reviews, when people reach out to me and say, hey, how did you like working at that company? So what do you think about that company? And I say, oh, actually, they had a problem with the culture, but right now they're in a better place. And the other way around, I also work at one company and the culture was great. And when after I left, the culture has changed so much that I don't want to work there anymore. Like, or like, I would not go back there. So like, and it's something. It's an employer that I worked in the past, like long time ago, because I connected with like developers and with people from there as well. So that's kind of it. What questions do you have for me? I have a few minutes to answer your questions. What questions do you have for me about applying for jobs online? I know it's a hot topic. I know it's a hot topic. And when we talk about applying for jobs online, if you see a job at your company that you like, I encourage you. I encourage you um, connect with the recruiter who is responsible for that role if you see the name of the recruiter, right? If you see the name of the recruiter, you might want to apply strategically for that role. However, again, like online application doesn't yield a lot of results. So you want to establish that network because like when you have that network and you see that position, you might reach out to a technical recruiter and say, hey, I see this role online and I would like to apply. I'm curious, who should I connect with? Or if you were willing to connect me with the recruiter who is working on that role, or else, how should I proceed? And sometimes that recruiter would say, oh, like, yes, Mary is working on that role. Let me connect you with Mary. Or sometimes they say, like, you know what, go ahead and apply, and I will let that recruiter know. Or like, go ahead and apply. That recruiter will reach out to you. That like we rather not like you. We rather not connect or whatever the case. They will tell you what to do. Majority of the time, very often, recruiters will help you out and connect with the recruiting with another recruiter. Sometimes it is not the case because again recruiters are overwhelmed and they may say, hey, just apply and we will get back to you as we get back to you. uh, Trevor Ramos, this is great. Thank you for your words, Eugene. I've been one of your favorite, of my favorite engineers to stay connected with throughout the years. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate it. Like reading Glassdoor reviews for of tech companies sometimes feel like browsing through restaurant Yelp reviews, and the whole reality TV show. Absolutely, like it can be a little bit entertaining. It can be absolutely entertaining because people spill the tea, and I've seen so much tea. Oh, it's unreal. Like I wanted to share something with you, but like I'm not even sure if it is safe to share on LinkedIn. So hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and I might share that with you because what happened at one company, like it just spilled over all over the place. When Google reviews, Glassdoor reviews, yeah, like so do you have any questions? Thank you so much, everybody who stopped by my live stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're watching this stream on the replay, drop replay, comment, because here's the thing. Like I'm gonna say it again. I said it many times. LinkedIn is a networking platform. LinkedIn is a networking platform. So drop your comment and go through the comments and see who is commenting and connect with those people. You never know who is watching. You never know who is seeing your comment, and you never know who is might be in need of your services. So, with that being said, if you're not connected with me and you're watching this live stream on replay, I am always open to new connections. Connect, follow, say hello, connect with everybody on this live stream, and um, I appreciate you following me and stopping by my live stream. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next live stream. Okay, Zarar, hey, big ups, hashtag, appreciate ya. All right, I will see you in the next one.